Hello and welcome to Missions Week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Most of you know I moved to Bristol to start working for a charity called Transform Europe Network, or TEN for short. TEN, which started off as Euroevangelism, was set up by Dave Foster, a Christian journalist who met Christians in Eastern Europe during communist times. He witnessed the immense pressure Christians were under from the communist regimes in their countries, and he just wanted to inspire Christians back home in the UK to pray for and practically support Christians who were suffering. Times have changed considerably, and our partner countries are no longer under communist rule, but people still need the gospel. Our way of working has not changed. We continue to work with Indigenous partners across 12 European countries, and we support our partners in 3 key aims: evangelism, church planting and compassion. I realise I have often talked very generally about TEN, and it's very hard to connect with generalisations, so I apologise for that. This week I'm really delighted that the missions team is allowing us at TEN to share some more focused stories so that you can have a better understanding of just some of the work we do, the difference it makes, and you can join us for prayer. We hope you are inspired by mission and how you can be part of God's plan for the nations. Each day from today until Friday, you'll receive an email with a short video from a partner or a UK church connection who will share their story about the work they're involved in and how God is working to transform lives through it. You will also receive a link which will tell you more about that partner, a few prayer points, so we can have a focused time of prayer for that work each evening. If you can't join us for prayer, please just watch the video and follow the prayer points provided. So now I'm going to speak very briefly about 2 partners who I find really inspiring. The first is Robert Shalamanov. Robert, his wife Krassi and their son moved from Robert's hometown of Štip to Radovish in North Macedonia in about 2019 because Robert felt that God was calling them to plant a church there. This is North Macedonia just here. The first thing you notice about Robert when you see him is his huge smile. The joy of serving God literally flows out of him because Robert knows the hope that trusting in God brings. A number of years ago, Robert was a drug addict, but he put his trust in God and God transformed him from the inside out. Robert started serving in his local church and he took on pastoral training, and after 18 months of regular travel to pray and reach out to the community at Radovish through events held in the local library, Robert and Krassi planted the church there, and now people are coming to know Christ. The church has a particular passion for serving the people who work in the local mine in Bucim. Many of the miners have issues with addiction or broken relationships, and Robert has reached out to the company who owns the mine so he can meet with the men and women and share the gospel with them. The most effective way to share the gospel is one-on-one, as that way the miners are opening up and sharing what they're going through. In May, a young man called Daniel, who was addicted to drugs and gambling, gave his life to Christ, and Robert baptised him in the river. Robert tells us that God has completely transformed Daniel's life. He says, "What a great testimony in Radovish where we can all see how God made an addict a man of example." Daniel is also leading worship in the church and he has a job. Krassi leads a creative workshop with children and they can learn about how to make things they can take home. Through this workshop, the church shares God's love with both the children and the parents. Robert, Krassi and the church have really been encouraged to see new children come to the workshops as well. The church continues to hold events in the local library where they can tell people about Jesus Christ. Some of the miners that Robert has reached out to have come to these events and are taking a real interest in God. So please remember these people in your prayers. Now I'm going to talk about our friend Alban Krasniqi from Kosovo. Tiny country just there. We first met Alban through our partnership with Fellowship of the Lord's People Church in Pristina. Alban is one of the team of young people at the church who has been consistently involved in their compassion ministry with food parcel deliveries, hygiene parcels, delivering firewood in the winter, and the city's outreach and evangelism with the gospel. Alban has a strong desire to teach young people about Jesus Christ and is passionate about their discipleship. He came across Youth for Christ International, and now he is pioneering the first Youth for Christ in Kosovo. Nearly half of the population of Kosovo are people under 30, and although around 85% of churches have young people, they do not have any youth work. The Youth for Christ Kosovo team is just starting out, but the plan is to visit all the churches in Kosovo and see how they can support them in developing or even starting a youth ministry from scratch. Alban is a keen photographer and videographer, and the team recognise that many young people spend a lot of time either taking selfies or looking at social media. So for them, it's important to make sure that these young people are learning about the gospel when they go online. They want to be a good influence. The team are also looking to develop media training for young people so they can share the good news of Jesus Christ with other young people. This year, they held a 2-day training course with which approximately 40 people came to, so they can be equipped to share the good news in this digital age. Alban says, "I personally desire and dream to see a change, not just in our churches, but also in the nation among the young people. I believe that young people are the energy of the church. If we know how to ignite that fire, we can do many, many good things in the communities. They have the creativity, they have the energy, they have the time, they have everything. We just need to find the right tool, the right moment for them." Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it, and I hope the little I've shared enables you to understand some of the work better and helps you to pray for it. God bless you.